Next topic? All right. So you recently started a new job.
Yes,
and
I love it.
It seems like you like it a lot because how the company treats you as an employee is really good.
Company's good. Workers good. Company's good. Workers good.
Like, what is it about it that makes it so good for you?
Which one should start?
Free
snack?
Sure, let's talk about free snacks. Sure.
Okay. So before they start working, there's a meeting every day. And then somehow there's a snack. Always like there's a free snack. So one of people having huge box. And there's a small Lay's chip, Doritos or Cheetos. You know, like the snack that we can get in Costco or something. Like there's a bunch of
So it's like at Costco, you buy this giant pack
grams.
of mini bags of chips.
Those one. And after meeting, people just go there and grab all the snacks and just get whatever they want to. And the other day is a cookie, other day is a chocolate. So I only work like 3 weeks so far, but almost every day they have something. And then at the end of the one day it was so hot, and there was a free ice cream. The other day was hot dog. So they're like barbecue set, and when we are working, they're grilling the sausage and all the bread and all the toppings. So we can go anytime that like, did you grab like hot dog? And if you don't, let's go. You just go, and we can just grab and eat there. And when you're eating, it's still like count as a working time. And the other time, they probably have like staff meeting once in a month, and it seems like they always order food. So last time was chicken. LA chicken was so good, and obviously it's like a drink. So those are all free, which never happened in my life experience in Japan, working experience in Japan. So those are pretty good, because it's good.
So in Japan there aren't many freebies at work?
Yeah,
you're saying?
Freebies. Yeah. Like I remember most of like coffee shop that I'm working for, and there's like lunchtime we can just grab some food, but like we have to pay. Like maybe it's like 50% off or 30% or whatever, but we always have to pay. And we can only eat our break time.
Yeah, that's really surprising to me, because I mean I've only worked in Canadian companies, and at my last company we had like a Friday party either every Friday or maybe every other Friday. I don't remember. Maybe every other Friday, let's say.
Okay.
And then during those parties we'd get free pop or beer. I don't drink.
Is it in a company?
Yeah, at the company. So the company has a cafeteria, let's say. And then let's say every second Friday there'd be a party where there's like free pizza or free whatever food, and then they have free drinks as well. And then at my current job, not as much, but there's at least a Christmas party and a maybe summer party kind of thing, and then random free foods.
I haven't experienced that yet, but when I got an interview for current company in Canada, they're talking about lots of fun things, like summertime is probably like barbecue or like picnic, and like Christmas party. It's coming in winter time, so like lots of fun things. And also like I noticed it's a different company which I want to work in the future, but the company has like summer party. I never joined, but my friend joined that because he had a connection, and then saying that how amazing. He wasn't working, he was just like student, but the teacher can bring him and his family to all the workers' families there. So it's not only the worker gathering, but it's more like big family event of the workers, then the company pay for all. Which is, I think it's really nice because it's kind of like, I mean, it's really helpful to build a good relationship, right? And I don't know if your husband are working in a company and I'm a wife. It's gonna be a great chance to know his coworkers or his coworkers' family and friends and stuff. And yeah, it just, I don't see any like a negative point. But yeah, I never heard of a company in Japan. Also, my another friend's company is like crazy good because he's working for like a computer company, and he's saying when whatever like they need to eat in a company or drink, they can use company money. Then it's not only like a pop and stuff; it's like alcohol. So they can go shopping and buy. So he was saying that they gonna buy expensive wine that they can afford it and drink, or the same as your company for like every Friday they can go eat. It was a restaurant, but he was mentioned like certain pub, and then this Friday night they drink and eat, and it's all company money. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy. It's never happened in Japan.
It's surprising that Japan doesn't have, one, these kind of random free food or goodie things, and second, that Japan doesn't have these company events.
Well, long story short is like Japan doesn't have money.
Japan doesn't have money, really?
Doesn't have money.
They make so much money.
Oh, it is so different. And another difference about what I was saying, how I like my company, is let's say like I start a job right now, and then I mean, for the company, it's better people working long time, right? I don't know. Maybe they don't like me, that they want me to leave. But anyway, like in general, that it's good that workers keep working because they spend time me to train. They spend time on me to train me. So, and then they're asking me that what I'm studying in school, what do you want to do in the future? So I actually said like, oh, I'm going to graduate soon, like in 3 months. And my future goal is like become an aircraft maintenance engineer. As an apprentice, I have to start my career. And I hope I can get that position like anytime it's possible. But at the same time, I really like to work in this company. And I don't know, in my mind, like I don't want to quit, like after 3 months or 6 months, even I graduated. So it's kind of like, what should I do, right? Because obviously I have to apply my job. I have limited visa, but current workplace is amazing and they treat me amazing. But one thing I'm surprised is, so my coworker was saying like, oh, you should apply, like start applying now because that's what you want to, and if you can get the position, that's good for your future, so you should go for it. And I was like, but then I have to quit this company, which like you guys spend a lot of time for me to train, because first few weeks is I do nothing, right? I just learning, and then they have to pay for it. But what he say was like, oh, it's okay, like we can train new people. It's always happen, and your future is more important, kind of thing. Make me really surprised.
So it seems like they're much more supportive here of what you want to do.
Yeah. Because in Japan, it's really like a manager know that, it's gonna be like, first of all, they don't hire me, but the second of all, it's like they're gonna be so upset, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know, yeah.
And then how about the unions?
Yeah, that's another topic that we're thinking about is I was talking to Justin, and he was saying because my company is union, and he's also working for the union, but he used to working for just like company, and they treat him really badly. It's more like similar to the Japanese company, but because right now he's working for the union, it's so good. So maybe this is no difference between Japan and Canada. It's more like union or not.
Are there unions in Japan?
You're asking the wrong person. Probably, but I don't think it's as good as here. I talk a lot. You're not.
I'm mainly listening. Just because I'm experiencing, I guess what you're talking about is regular to me, so I can't really have a point of comparison of whether something is really great.
So you only work in a union, as a union?
I guess that's a good question. So in my previous job, I was not part of a union. I was on contract. So what that meant was that I didn't get as many benefits, kind of health and dental benefits, or perks, stocks, as much as a full-time employee. But I am part of a union now in the new job. And the good thing about being in union is that if the company ever mistreats me, or if someone sees that maybe the company's mistreating me, they will kind of fight for me on my behalf. So it's almost like there's always someone looking out for me, for my best interests. Because normally for a company, all they care about is they make the money, and they don't really care.
How the company wanna be union then? Because for company that's like more.
Probably have to spend more money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Generally, companies don't want unions. No? Yeah, that's why things like Amazon or let's say game companies, they fight against unions because it'll cost them more. It's probably more headache, right? So I don't know. It's a good question in terms of how a company eventually gets a union. Maybe they eventually have a union because the workers all come together in a group and say, we're not going to work for you unless we form a union.
That's called strike.
Yeah, strike maybe. Maybe they all strike. And eventually the company says, okay, fine. Like, we'll let you have a union. I don't know how they actually form.
So company have a union?
I guess kind of. I don't know how that really works in the back end.
I think union, I just realized that unions are really important, especially the work related to kind of safety issue. Like in my company, like my working conditions, they really like important to have a safety environment.
So your job is potentially dangerous, more dangerous than like a programming job, let's say. Okay.
So physically like dangerous. And then if the company is really bad, like force you to do overtime or do really quickly like the things done, then doesn't care about the safety. And if the workers have no power to against that, it's not only like lead to the huge accident, it's more like it's kind of, steal the life and stuff, right? Steal the life. It's like, accident happen, people die. So having a union is really important. I don't know how the union related to free snack, but
well, maybe part of the contract of union is we get free snacks. It's possible. It's pretty much just a contract between the union and the company for whatever they get. So the most important thing is probably salary, but there's other things like maybe every 4 hours you have to have a 30-minute break, or every few weeks we have to get some kind of goodie, something like that.
I was surprised about the stat holiday too.
So what's surprising about the stat holidays?
So last Monday was day off. And because I'm a student, I'm only allowed to work 20 hours per week, which really bothered me, but well, good and bad, right? Because I'm busy for study, so I have an excuse that I can do the overtime, which is good. But I get less money. Even I pay like 3 times more tuition to the government and school. I'm not allowed to earn much. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's so negative because they don't regulate the people. Canadian, right? My friend is going same school, but he has a PR, permanent residence, so he can work as much as he wants. Mm-hmm. So he want to do overtime, and he can do, and he can make extra money. Mm. So I'm sure that the government didn't set the rule for students. Because if they set the rules for the students, they should apply for every student, right?
That's surprising.
So they only set it for international.
Okay.
But yeah. So, but the last Monday was the start holiday, so I don't go to work, which means Tuesday to Friday, right? So I was doing overtime on Tuesday, and I was thinking, yeah, it's okay because Monday I couldn't work, so this week I can get like a little bit overtime every day to catch up things because I'm still like under training. I have to do more things, and the company just telling me if I can do like more work or like come to learn, then you can do it. But I can't because I have a like limited type of like working, right? So I'm learning slower than other worker, which is really frustrating for me. So I was staying there and do the task, and then the other worker say like, oh, like Monday will start holiday. And I was like, what is start holiday? Oh, you can get the money. Like, what the? It is like, you know, like really, like, are you gonna pee me? You're gonna pee me. So, yeah. So I didn't know that because the company I was working in Japan, if it's like a national holiday, I can get day off, but they don't pay me.
Okay.
And then maybe because I was a part-time worker in Japan, so if you're a regular worker, maybe they can get the money. But I'm a part-time worker right now, and then I still get the money. Mm. And well, my coworker was saying you should be fine because government count the time as the actual time that you work. So they shouldn't count start holiday as a working time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, that's good news. So like I can do overtime, but I can still get the money for the start holiday. I wish. But yeah.
I don't know who sets the rules for getting paid for holidays. I don't know if that's the government or the union.
Then we should have like holiday every week.
That'd be nice. Just have a 4-day work week.
Yeah, that's another things I like about working in this country.
So to summarize, it seems like you generally prefer working in Canada over working in Japan.
No, generally.
Yeah, generally.
Not generally.
Not generally?
I mean, I like working in Canada.
That's what generally means, like overall. It
yes,
seems like
yes.
Okay. That's good, just to clarify.